Anna, great to meet you. Great to meet you.
So tell me, how do you feel about having 21 years showcasing here at Austin Film Festival?
Well, I'll tell you what, Austin Film Festival has been fantastic to us from the first time that we reached out to them about this project. They were incredibly enthusiastic about it. They have been they've been wonderful hosts. Adobe hosting the reception and the screening tonight have been incredibly enthusiastic. And really, you know, showing the film here at the Paramount Theater is so incredibly special because of what this theater means to the city of Austin and what it's meant to Rick's career. You know, so many of Rick's films have premiered in this theater, you know. I'm a journalist too. I've covered Rick in this spot, on this red carpet, with me being there and him being here, you know. And now for our film, in tribute to Rick, to be playing at the Paramount in Austin, world premiere, is just, there's no better scenario for it.
So it's come full circle.
It really has. It really has come full circle. You know, the project, you know, Rick has meant so much to the development of the film scene in Austin, and it wouldn't make sense to premiere it anywhere else. Yeah.
And what is it about this film that attracted you to like want to make it?
Sure. Well, you know, it's funny. I was originally commissioned by the New Orleans Film Festival, my dear friend Jolene Pender, who runs that festival, to do a short about Rick. They were doing the 20th anniversary screening of Slacker, and they wanted something little to show before it. And as I was doing the short, I kind of thought, you know, people love Rick. This could be a really cool feature, you know? And then when I interviewed Ethan, he was the second person I interviewed for this film, and Ethan was like a bulldog. He heard that I was thinking about turning it into a feature, and he would not let me leave the room until I had promised him that I was going to turn it into a feature. So I walked into that room thinking that maybe I would turn it into a feature, and I walked out of the room thinking that if I didn't turn it into a feature, Ethan Hawke would never forgive me. So I made it into a feature.
So speaking of which, you have so many A-list celebrities collaborating on a film that celebrates Richard Linklater.
Sure.
How do you get them to do they just come out? Like, how does that happen?
That's a great question with a great answer. There's 3 words. I can answer that in 3 words because it's the most common response that we got when we reached out. And I'm not talking about the most common response in spirit. I mean the most common response in actual words. 3 words. Anything for Rick. Absolutely true. I probably got a dozen replies that had the phrase anything for Rick in there. Everyone that has worked with Rick and everyone who's been inspired by Rick, like Jay Duplass, just holds him in such high esteem and holds him in such great affection. And there was literally no one, this is remarkable, there's literally no one who said no to being in this project. There were a few people that we weren't able to schedule in time, you know, because, you know, Ben Affleck has had, you know, a couple of mine. You know, he did this little film called Argo, and then, you know, now he's in this little film called Gone Girl. You know, he's Batman. You know, he's had a couple of things going on in his life. You know, or you know, Claire Danes, you know, shoots this little TV series called Homeland that a few people watch, and it's kind of intense. You know, so there were a few people that we weren't able to schedule, but literally no one said no because everybody loves Rick. Anything for Rick, seriously. That's like the theme of our whole production.
So which is your favorite Richard Linklater film?
Oh, you want me to go? My favorite Richard Linklater film, there are so many of them I love, but I have to say Boyhood. I think what's exciting about Rick is that I think his 3 best films are his 3 last films. Boyhood, Before Midnight, and Bernie. And, you know, for someone who's 21 years in, to be just now doing their best work, that's remarkable, and that's unusual, and that makes me really wonder what the next 21 years are going to be like.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you. Have a great night.
So
Hope
nice
you enjoy the
meeting
film.
you.